It's live time. It's live time. It is the time that I go live. Right. Is that working? Is it working? Yeah, I think it is. Right, guys, you know the drill. It's time to talk about cryptocurrency. About crypto. I'm really not organized for this, actually, when I think about it. Where's the windows? Where's the windows here? So you guys know the drill. You look at a stupid guy who's got a hat on and earphones. I'm bringing back a new look. And we talk about cryptocurrency. Hi, Alan. Good to see you. Aaron is saying that XVG will moon. I think you're right. I was actually thinking about doing a separate video about the Verge thing, and then I thought I'll do it a live stream, you know, so we can chat about it all. Yeah, this is an interesting partnership, to say the least. Well, this is the thing. I think, was it yourself? I left a tweet to some. Was it yourself I left a tweet to, where I was saying that, well, generally, you know, miners and traders, they don't like high pre-mines, they don't like centralization, they don't like all these ICOs, you know, where all the wealth is being centralized. But if these coins are getting good partnerships with online shops, with companies, then what does it matter? What does all that rest of it matter? At the end of the day, cryptocurrency has to be adopted, it has to be used. This is one of the biggest kind of mainstream examples of a coin starting to be used. No problem, Norris. Good to see you drop by. But we can send me a message later on or tomorrow if you can't watch it tonight, mate. No worries there. So I'll just check the price. I've not checked. I'm actually not been at my computer long. So prices went down. I'm actually surprised. You know, crypto news chips. Hi, Cryptoopy. Good to see you. Oh, it's Die. Have you changed your username? That's Die, isn't it? I can see the avatar's the same. Yeah, Blu-ray. I think Blu-ray was adopted by more companies as well, though. Blu-ray was adopted. I think it was Sony, but they had more companies adopting it. It's certainly the example everyone uses as VHS and Betamax, and Betamax was the better technology. Hey, Colonel Jim. Crypto news tips. So you've been saying, Jim, that the price of Verge will drop after the announcement. You are right. But I think Aaron's right as well. I think the price will go back up. In general, I think this is... I think for them to get that kind of partnership, regardless of all the inconsistencies, whatever they're doing with the money and all that, at the end of the day, if the world's largest porn site adopts a currency, that currency is going to be used. People are going to buy it. People are going to use it for their XXXness. So, yeah, it's interesting. Didn't see that coming. Didn't see that coming. Get it? I just got a tweet from there. Oh. Alright. That's from you, Jim. So, all this time, XVG's big partnership is with Frankie Vaughan. The thing, what I can't understand though, see like the whole Verge partnership thing, right? Yeah, Aaron's right. Yeah, I do think the price. I think it could be a good time to buy in. See, the thing is though, see, sex sells. We all know this. Very true. What was I going to talk about there? What the hell was I talking about? I keep looking at the comments. I'm losing my train of thought. Blaming you guys. It's not me being an idiot. Not being an idiot. The thing is, with Blu-rays, I thought Blu-ray was the better technology, though. It was the better technology. It held more stories. And I think HD DVD, you know, that was with the Xbox, and it could do up to what was it, 25 gigabyte potentially, and Blu-ray was double. I think it always made more sense to go with that. But as far as cryptocurrency goes, right, so right, this is the thing, guys. Obviously the biggest news today is probably about Verge. It's about the partnership with Pornhub. Now here's what I don't understand, right? Clearly they had this partnership all set up from before they started the donations thing, right? But why couldn't they have announced the partnership 2 months ago, then asked for donations, and then surely they would have got more donations if people realised who the partner was? Does that not make more sense? What do you think? Do you think they handled it the right way by doing an announcement of an announcement? Like, they were hyping the announcement today. They were hyping that for weeks or even months. They have been hyping that for a long time. Jim was talking about that for a long time, but on his Twitter feed. But I think that surely just, you know, if it was going to be such a big partnership, why not tell people the partnership and then ask for donations first to get everything integrated? Does that not... John is not wanking off about the news. To pump to sell the funds on Binance. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's the best way to do it. You know, I did a video yesterday about the inconsistencies, and it does seem like they've been lying a little bit in the background and all that. But I don't know if maybe the PR team or the marketing team, I don't know. But the thing is, you need to remember, when big business, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if they have just handed Pornhub a significant number of Verge coins, and that's, you know, because if you think it from Pornhub's point of view, they could adopt pretty much any currency. They could develop their own currency if they wanted to, and they've decided to go with Verge. But for them to do that, I suspect they have had a big amount of, I was trying to do like a visual aid, like a big, would you get in the gangster films with a big brown envelope full of money? But they've obviously had a kickback of some kind. You know, there must be some sort of kickback for them adopting the currency. There must be. Because if not, they could just adopt another currency. Expect free pun. Hi, Concarellas. Concarellas. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Hola, senor. I wanted PayPal to be the partner. That was never going to happen. PayPal would only develop a payment system that they control 100%. There's no way they would use someone else's currency. I'm actually surprised that Pornhub have as well, if I'm honest. The supply and privacy aspects, yeah. But I'm surprised they didn't, you know, Pornhub obviously have a huge amount of money. Why didn't they just develop something themselves? But the price of the coin has dropped. I think Aaron's right, though. I think that will recover, though, because, you know, there's a lot of speculation that was kicking around beforehand. Oh, what have I got here? I've got... What's going on here? Right. No. Right, there we go. I've not checked prices the last few days, so just kind of seeing what's going on here. Bitcoin's around the $8,000 mark. Let's see what the biggest movers and shakers are over the last 24 hours. Pundai X. What's this? What is this coin? You forget sometimes there's a lot of other coins that have got news out there, and they've got, you know, a lot of things are going on. Smart Cash, Wax. All of these coins have got huge circulating supplies. Hi, Russell. You're right though, Jim. That the whole you know, they will be getting payments in crypto now, so they will always be converting their money. It is a smart move though, you know, from the adult industry to protect people's identities, because obviously that's the sort of thing that they want, and I'm sure we'll see this with adult shops as well, adopting something similar. So that, you know, things aren't shown on credit cards. I agree, Aaron. I think it's good. I think this is the thing, though, guys. You know, a lot of people, we can talk about all these technologies and what they're being used for, but at the end of the day, cryptocurrencies have to be used as a currency. And this is a coin that's going to be used as a currency. But what's the max supply on Verge, guys? In fact, why am I asking you when I've got CoinMarketCap open? Max supply 16 billion, and there's 14 billion. I wonder how much of that is in McAfee's pocket. No doubt he got paid in Verge when he did the tweet about it. It will drive Bitcoin and Litecoin price up when converting to cash out. Yep, that's a good point. Trump wishes he'd paid Stormy Daniels in crypto. Yeah, you might see this unofficially become the dirty coin, the sex coin. I think there is a coin called sex coin as well. I think this partnership is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be disappointing. Hi Joseph, welcome to the stream. Hi Matt. Matt said, what if I told you the Verge partnership only lasts 1 month to be exclusive and next month they open it up to all cryptocurrency? I think in time it would make more sense if they did open it up to other cryptocurrencies. I don't think it makes sense for them to have an exclusive coin per se. Unless they owned their own exchange that they offered exchange to Verge or something, I don't know. The Theresa May coin is still going. Bunny coin, that looked like a scam coin. That was advertised everywhere. Hi Shaka, good to see you. Alright, so sex coin is a mineable coin that you can buy dildos and whatnot. Irish Pool Online. Bookies might adopt it too. I work for a big company in Ireland. They teach us how to not let the wife know they're charging the card. Even the mail we send is designed to hide identity. That's interesting. Yeah, so I mean, I assume the gambling industry is going to have lots of things like that. Not bunny token, but coin. So is that completely different, Russell? Bunny token and coin are very different. Yeah, I wonder, it's a fair point, Crypto Man. I don't know how regulators in different countries are going to look at a coin like Verge now, if it's going to be used as a currency. So you talk about, like, you're talking about Bunny coin. So it is 0.00000, yeah. But it's shot up in price. Did any of you guys buy any tokens for it? This was heavily advertised. Heavily advertised. How does the privacy features of Verge compare to Bitcoin Private? I've not actually looked at it yet. No. As far as the technology goes. They're not using ZK snarks for privacy, aren't they? Not. It's different. Where's the white paper? There'll be a white paper here somewhere, surely. There it's there. Verge uses multiple animal-centric networks such as Tor and I2P. The IP addresses of the users are fully obfuscated. I've not used that word before. And transactions are completely untraceable. So, is that as secure as they're saying it is? Aaron says Bitcoin Private has better code and less of a supply to mine. Crypto-P or die. I don't want my PC getting cyber STDs. I agree with you, Matt, like, you know, because I think the big thing here is the fact that a cryptocurrency is actually going to be used as a currency. This is the big news today. And if you think about this logically as well, you're going to have a lot of people now who weren't involved in cryptocurrency. A lot of people have never bought cryptocurrency before. And now they're going to start doing it. They're going to buy Bitcoin, or they're going to go to Coinbase or some website, and they're going to buy Bitcoin to then trade it for Verge so that they can get their free coin. But it's going to bring a lot of people into the cryptocurrency world that wasn't there before. And, you know, if someone gets used to an exchange and they buy Bitcoin and then they buy Verge, they might start buying other coins. So it helps the whole market as a whole. I think the whole market cap of cryptocurrency will go up. Verge uses Tor. I believe Vincent Briatore said he's doing an interview with someone from the Bitcoin private team, by the way. That's cool. Good on him. That'd be interesting to watch. I'll try and keep tabs on that. Hope they don't accidentally hard fork again. See, I don't know that. Aaron, you're saying, so zero knowledge, ZK, like the ZK snarks and all that. Is that the best, you think? When Monero being the second best? So the Tor was funded by the US government. So I think Aaron could be right that the price of Verge will go up. I think it will, if you think about the fact that people will start buying this coin. But as Matt said, what if down the line Pornhub said that we're pleased to announce that we're also going to accept Monero, or we're also going to accept Bitcoin Private, or we're also going to accept some other coin? How does that hurt Verge? Do you know what I mean? I think just by being first, Verge, just by being first, Verge have got a foot in the door to establish themselves as the XXX coin. Cut off backdoor. Have you seen an article about it, Matt, that says that they're definitely doing that? You know, that it's definitely another coin, or just your hunch? Please hunch. No, for a fact. Where did you see that? Did you see it online somewhere? Hi Barry. See, as regards to that, this is, my microphone's coming off here. That's not good. Right, I need to fix this. The thread is coming off. Sorry guys, this is an absolute pain. This part has come off a little bit. I'll get it. I'll get it. I'm going freelance here. I don't know why that thread is coming off there. Come on, come on. What is going on here? That isn't good, whatever's happening. I'm going to just sit here like this, like an idiot. As far as what you're saying there, Barry, I do appreciate that, you know, doing that allows people to watch from the start. This is very annoying. This is very annoying. Why is this doing this? I know how to fix this, guys, but what it means is, right, I'm going to do something. It's going to be very, very annoying, but I'm going to just take out the XLR cable and it will allow me to fix it, right? That's why I was trying to avoid, but it'll be okay. Right. That's okay. Sorry about that, guys. One of those things. Right, Barry, I'll try and show you what I'm trying to do. I've explained this actually in another video before. But just to kind of show you what's going on here. So Barry, I know what you're saying. I realise that the enable DVR option is very good. The problem is when you've got that, it allows people to watch up to 4 hours back, which is good if someone wants to rewind back. The problem is the latency is a little bit higher, which means that it's a longer time between comments. The option I've got is ultra low latency, best for real-time interaction. Now, I could go with the normal latency or the low latency, and I could select enable DVR, but I went with the ultra low latency. Now, I could change this for a future stream if you think, guys, but the way I've always done it is that it's better for me to have a slower response time from your comments so that I can respond to them quicker. The downside is, you know, as Brian was pointing out there, that you can't rewind, you know, back to the video. You have to wait till it gets processed and then it's back live on my channel. So it's one of those things, though. It's one of those things, Barry. You know, it's kind of, you need to make a sacrifice whatever you do, right? So I apologise. Well, I need to kind of catch up with the comments. Not unless guys are lucky that he's not his computer. The amount of puns I'd have been ejaculating tonight would have been unbelievable. Same offer was given to Bitcoin private team. It was shopped around. Oh, I didn't know that, Matt. I didn't know that. So Pornhub actually went around all the privacy coins. What's your thoughts on technical analysis? Do you think it's BS? I don't know enough about it to say technical analysis is bullcrap, but I would say that if you find the guy drawing lines on the graph and saying it's going to be this and it, you know, what do they call it? They've got all these different terms for the way the candles go. If you find someone that says it's definitely going to do this, it's definitely going to do this, you'll find someone else who's equally an expert showing you the candles going the other way. So I think you can. I think it is useful. I just don't know enough about it to call it as bullcrap. I just think a lot of it is open to interpretation. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that, Jim. I saw about Charlie joking with Pornhub, and they said Pornhub replied, "Haven't you actually sold all your Litecoin?" Bitcoin private will be listed on the site when they open it up to all currencies. That's good, as they wanted millions of dollars to be an exclusive partner. Right. I'm actually pleased then that Bitcoin private didn't do that, because that's, you know, it wouldn't have. Yeah, I think it'd be a waste of money, because it's a kind of different coin, and it's not like they've got as large a supply as Verge. Shaka's saying it's weird how much they hyped it up, though. Didn't they say it was going to be the biggest partnership in crypto to date? There's a good argument for saying that it is the biggest crypto partnership to date, as far as this is going to make this currency actually be used. It's going to be used as a currency, and that's one of the most important things. Technical analysis is not BS. It's planning for any possible scenario. I just don't know enough about it, Jim. That's how I can't really comment on it. But I do think a lot of people are just drawing squiggly lines. Get the duct tape out, Kev. Zip ties. Obviously, that was referring to my mishap there. How long's this stream been going on for? It says here 23 minutes, so just after 9:30 UK time. Hi, Jeff. Good to see you. Tape fixes all. Yeah. It's just, see, the problem is, because I move it around a lot, it kind of comes loose a little bit. I'm always moving it this way or that way, and I'm kind of moving. I probably shouldn't move it around as much. Yeah, raw top shot. Yeah, playing my gear on cam. Thanks, J-Dog. I appreciate the kind words. What's my thoughts on Samsung developing ASICs? Hi, Daniel. Good to see you too. As far as, I don't know, it's hard to comment just now on Samsung, because we haven't seen what they're releasing, because they could release something that was affordable, because there is, I mean, one of the biggest arguments against ASICs is that they centralize wealth, because, you know, the machines are, they're expensive. It's more people are likely to have GPUs. But if Samsung come out with, say, a mining machine that was $200, then more people could afford them. Maybe it would split the wealth around. You know, people would be mining from a lot of different places. I don't know. But on the one hand, you know, a big company like Samsung developing ASICs is kind of worrying from someone who's got GPUs. But from the other hand, it's good that Bitmain's got competition. So I don't know. I don't really know too much about it, to be honest. You know, I'm just kind of, I don't know. We haven't seen what Samsung have got yet, so I don't know. What do you think about Populous? It's not a coin I've looked at yet, Daniel. Barry, sorry guys, internet here too bad. I switched to 4G and it's still shocking. The reason I say DVR is because when you buff stop, I miss 20 seconds of you talk and I can't rewind. No, that's a good point, Barry. I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to do that in the future, guys, if you want me to change to the low latency or normal latency, so that, like, what do you guys think? Do you think it'd be good to be able to rewind on a live stream to go back and listen to what I said or see another comment? I'm more than happy to do that. There's like options to add a delay and things like that as well. I always went for the ultra low latency simply because the time that you post a comment and the time that I read your comment is pretty short. But the fact that I mess around and I'm looking at other things anyway, I don't know how much of a difference that makes. Joseph says he doesn't like ASICs in general, but I suppose more competition in the market, like any market, is good. Yeah. Kev, I think it's worth talking about today's FUD with exchanges being investigated. What was that? I think I missed that, Jim. So, Daniel, can you tell us more about Populous? I don't know much about Populous, so tell us more about that coin you were talking about. If I've not already said, hey, Chris, hey. The Samsung ASICs are only 2.5 terahash more than the latest Bitmain. Right. Do you know any ideas about prices? So Joseph was saying there that he liked DVR. He'd like the option to rewind the live streams whilst I'm recording so that you can go back 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Let me know what you think. If you'd like that, I can do that. It's not something I can do right now because the only way for me to do it would be to stop the stream and then start again, and that's not what I want right now. But it's certainly something. Right, it seems that this seems quite popular then. So I'll do this in the next one, guys. I think I can maybe enable DVR with the low latency. It's got minimal playback buffering. Yeah, I'll try that. Guys. Thanks for the feedback. This was just an option that I selected. When I did live streams on my other channel, I selected that option because people were saying the comment time for me replying was too slow. Okay, Jim, I'll check my Twitter. Just tag me and I'll see it. So Daniel was asking about Populous. Let me see what else we got here. So Jim was talking about this. I'm launching an inquiry into cryptocurrency exchanges. Bitcoin, Ether, and other virtual currencies are on the rise in New York and across the country. We need the transparency and accountability to ensure consumers are protected. So this is in America, clearly. Who is this guy? New York State Attorney General. We sent 13 major cryptocurrency platforms requesting key information on the operators, use of bots, conflicts of interest, outages, and other key issues. I mean, this is one of those things that I think has to happen if we want it to be adopted. We have to go down this route. And the problem is they're going to get it wrong at first. I think. I mean, did any of you guys watch the stream with Mark Zuckerberg and with the attorneys interviewing him? Like, these people barely can use a laptop or a phone, and they're trying to ask him the right questions. There was a couple of people who did ask some good questions and they actually grilled him about the privacy issues, but a lot of people were just, they didn't know what to ask him because they don't have the knowledge to actually ask him anything. But I think if, like, the way I view it, yes, this, obviously there's a lot of people in cryptocurrency, they're worried about taxes or worried about all these other things, but I think if cryptocurrency is ever going to be adopted by the masses, then we're going to have to go down this route. It's going to have to be regulated. The fact is, they're not really after us per se. They're after the companies that would use this, the companies that have got billions of money, billions of dollars, and they will, billions of money, I don't think that's the thing. Billions of dollars. Those are the main guys that they want to stop from hiding money away. Can you think about it? Can you imagine what it'd be like for big companies to have something like this where, they could put money somewhere for tax year and then just bring it back up and just manipulate the books and cook the books that way? These are the guys that they have to watch, and unfortunately those are the guys that mess things around for the rest of us, so that we have to have this kind of regulation. Sometimes I tune in and miss the first 10 minutes. Right, okay, right, I will do that. Kev, do you invest in any... Hi, J-Dog. Do you invest in any coins that are not mineable? Not many, to be honest. It is something I plan to do in the future. So what my strategy has been over the last kind of couple of months is to mine some coins that I think have potential. The problem with these kind of coins is that you're not going to get a good return on them within weeks or even a month or two. These are the kind of coins that you're going to have to accumulate as many coins as you can in the beginning and then just hold them for 6 months or a year. But my hope is that at one point I will sell some of these coins. I will convert them to Bitcoin, and then this is going to allow me to trade more, but it's also going to allow me to use like services like NiceHash. So if I see the difficulty low on a particular coin, and I think there's a lot of potential to make money because the difficulty, the difficulty is low, the block reward is high, I could send a lot of hash power to it, by buying it in NiceHash. But I really do, I'm kind of at the start of my journey on that. I think once you get to a certain point, you've got Bitcoin there, you've got, funds in the background, you can have more leeway with what you're doing. But I'm just not there yet, and I don't want to cash out the coins I've been mining because, because I think I'd lose out if I did cash out just now. Thanks, Barry. They all like chocolate at that hearing. I didn't watch the full hearing, Matt. I kind of, I was skipping between it, and I looked at some clips and that were being shared and all that. It's good for the future. Bot trading volume, blackout or insider trading center, but bad for the short-term price action. Yeah. Well, exchanges are, and as important as they are, they're kind of scumbags as well. A lot of the decisions they do, they're quite inconsistent, and maybe this goes into kind of the world of conspiracy, but it wouldn't surprise me that they're taking a lot of backhanders in the background to list some coins and not others, or, to give some coins maybe, I don't know. I just think that, the fact is, you've still got McAfee charging $100,000 for tweets, and he's actually come out recently admitted it, but he's only admitted it because he realised he was going to get caught. Now, the fact is, how many of these ICOs, how many of these coins has he pumped making $100,000 a time without putting a little asterisk, this is an ad? He's not did any. It's only now that he's actually come out and admitted this. So Russell says, I think more transparency is great. I think it is as well. And I think, see for like someone like McAfee's point of view, all you have to put is a little asterisk, I was paid, this is a paid tweet, and then say whatever he needs to say. It doesn't stop him from actually promoting something. Hi, Gigaloader. Joseph is applying a similar strategy, mining altcoins like Bitcoin Private, Raven, and other new projects, and then holding them for the next year or so. Maybe sell some of them to fund new hardware. Yeah, that's my, ideally, and I was talking about this with my friend from, this kind of strategy. And basically, if we kind of diversify what we're doing, because if you mine 10,000 of a coin, for example, Raven, all your eggs in one basket, but if you've got Bitcoin Private and then you've got this coin, then you get that coin, then you get that coin, you've got 10 coins. The chances of one of those coins hitting, it increases, and it covers, if it does well, it covers all your hardware investment. It gives you more money back as well, and it can make a lot of money. Which coins do I like? I don't know if I'm the best guy to ask, because most of the coins I hold are the coins I've mined. And I've bought a couple of other coins for some other things. I've got like $70 at Digibyte, like $70 at Minex coin. I've got a few other things like that, but not much. I think I've got, I don't know what else I've got. I don't know, what have I got? I've got like 0.25 Monero or something. Do you know what I mean? I don't have a lot of other coins. Most of the coins I've got are the coins I've mined. Did you see the McAfee documentary of 2016? No, I didn't actually. What does it focus on? Barry Keane says he's a trader. If you look at the exchange fee of 0.1%, I've made 1,000 trades this year so far, meaning my initial investment is the exchange fees. Even my good trades means that I'm still up. Yeah, I agree with that. Obviously the people in these exchanges know what's going to happen. They know what's going to pump. Someone did that with the Bitcoin Private with Bittrex. They knew that they weren't going to partner, and I think a lot of people were starting to offload the coin. Raw Top Shot asks, CME futures contract closes again tomorrow. Do you think it will force the Bitcoin price down again, and maybe for the last time this quarter? What do you think, guys? This isn't something I know a lot about. I remember when the documentary came out, it talked about his time and what was the country in Central America he was, and he get chased out. Got any Tron? No, I don't have any Tron. No, Gigaloader, no, you're going to have to use the free websites. So I don't know how it works, Jim. Like, as far as current US tax laws, does that, do they expect you to track every single trade? Hi Joshua, good to see you. Can any of you guys remember what Verge was a few months ago? Was it like, it was under a cent, wasn't it? Gringo, The Dangerous Life of John McAfee. Right, I'll need to check that out. I assume it's on YouTube. Right. Every trade is taxable event as property. That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. How is that even possible? What if a trader did like 1,000 trades per day? Did they expect them to, you know, do a spreadsheet listing hundreds of thousands of trades? Yeah, that's insane. I mean, I think if the US continued with that, would you not expect a lot of people to actually like leave the USA and go to a country where that isn't the case? The thing is as well, like, I don't know how they're going to work it. I mean, even from a UK perspective, because, you know, if you offset your losses 1 year, what happens? You know, what if you don't cash out your coins for 7 years? What do they do there? You know, if you buy, say, Bitcoin and you just never do anything with it, do they expect you to? Do you only get taxed when you cash out, or what? How do they work it? Yeah, I don't know how they would track mining. They want you to count the value the block is during the mining. That's impossible. That is literally impossible. How could you go back and check? Like, you would spend weeks trying to find out that information, would you not? And then you try to work out what your hash rate was that day and how many coins you mined. That is literally impossible. I couldn't go back and tell you how much, you know, I mined on a particular day. Like, pools and that don't give you that kind of information. Barricade, if I buy for 1,000 and sell for 50, I still have to pay tax on the losses. You have to pay tax on the losses as well. Is that an island? Do you have to do that? This is insane. USA, not Ireland. Right, okay, thanks for clarifying. I mean, I think you're going to see people moving to these, you know, if... Like, I've got no plans to leave Scotland or something, or anything, or the UK or whatever. But if you... I mean, you can understand that if you were a multi-millionaire in cryptocurrency and you had a huge amount of money and you wanted to pay a fair tax on it, what incentive would you to stay in your home country if they were going to just take everything off you? There has to be some sort of, you know, like fair point in between. There has to be a middle ground. If not, people are they'll start moving to these other countries. Do you know what I mean? How can you expect to track every single thing? It'd be a nightmare. And not only that, do they know how to even interpret the data that you'll be submitting? Like, I've phoned up the tax office in the UK, and I've asked them, I've phoned them a couple of times and I've asked them about how I, you know, certain things in my tax returns. They don't have a clue. And I'm talking, they don't have a clue about certain things, anything to do with online. I've phoned up a couple of times before and I've said, my accountant didn't know how I should classify this, you know, this payment from online. How do you clarify it? Well, you'd have to speak to your accountant. I was like, well, my accountant told me to phone you. How do you view this? Should it be, you know, a tax? Is it a capital tax? Is it a capital gain? Sorry, is it what do you call it? Is it a profit? Is it just simple profit, or is it a capital gains? Can it be offset? Is it depreciation? I can't remember. There was a few different questions that I asked at the time. I'd written down with the accountant, and I said, well, my accountant doesn't know. He wants me to ask you, and they're like, well, you're gonna have to speak to an accountant. I'm like, there's no one, right? And then after it was just like, right, forget it. Like, I'm trying my best to do this 100%. You know, what I should be doing, and you're giving me zero help here. Now, that was just me making money online. Just you know, running a website, making money from advertising. What's it going to be like with cryptocurrency? You've got hundreds of chains, of trades. You've mined lots of different coins. You're trying to talk to them about depreciation, your graphics cards, and all this. Half of these people, you know, you'll be talking to someone from the tax office. It's not like you're a tax expert. Most of the people that pick up the phone will be people that probably didn't even do that well at school, and they've, you know, it's just a general office job. And these people will be trying to give you advice. It's an absolute nightmare. I don't know what's going to happen. There needs to be regulation, but it also needs to be simplified. Russell's Canadian plan to move to USA within 10 years to New York. Matt's in New York there too. You're better off up there. Lee has said several times he now thinks Litecoin should have privacy implemented, but is waiting to see how regulations play out, and then Bitcoin will follow. So Russell from the Bronx, Matt Anderson from Long Island. Vitalik also likes privacy implementation. Barry worked in the USA on J1 for 15 months. Island Tree allows me to claim tax back when I go home. When I get home, they flipped it and said I owed them $2,000 to get onto my employer. Yeah, it's a little bit... I've been screwed over by the US tax system as well, because there's been a few times that I've earned money through an American website, but it's, you know, I'm domiciled here, and you have to submit this tax form, and I was like, well, I don't... You have to... There's a couple of them that you have to submit, like for Amazon and all this. But there's a few websites like, well, I don't have that form because I don't live in the USA. And they're like, well, we're going to have to tax you the full amount. I'm like, why? You never told me this at the beginning. It's really dodgy. I think America's got some strange taxation laws as far as, do they not have double taxation for people that move to another country in certain situations? I don't know how it works. And what happens if you just travel for the rest of your life, staying 1 month in each country for the rest of your life? Who do you pay your tax to then? There's a lot of unanswered kind of questions about this in tax, and I think the more popular cryptocurrency gets, the more scared these governments are going to be. And I'm just hoping that we don't get knee-jerk reactions for this. But I think with the Verge thing today, I think it is a good. It's a good development. It's a good advancement for cryptocurrency. It is a coin that's going to start to be used a lot. And this is the thing, guys. There's a lot of coins most coins, they're not actually being used as a currency. They're just being traded from one exchange to a wallet to another exchange to a wallet. So we'll see what happens. Clinton set up a trade in Ireland to encourage us to go home after a J1 time, but it's all run for profit. Right. You should watch the film on YouTube called Zeitgeist. I've seen that before. I saw that years ago. I remember when it first came out. It was free to watch. I have friends with a few Americans who live in Japan from when I worked there. They've been there for years, and a citizen are still supposed to pay tax on income in USA. Mass adoption is bullish on crypto. They want their money one way or another. If they audit, they will use everything in their power. Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's frustrating when you're trying to do the right thing. That's the annoying thing, because I've always paid my taxes 100. In fact, I've actually paid more than I should have. Sometimes because I've not used certain things because I wasn't sure of how the depreciation would have worked in a particular year, or etc., or how much I could have carried forward. So I've probably paid more than what I should have. But it's a shame, you know, that they're going after the... well, I mean, it's kind of cliche now because it's been in the news so much, you know, but big companies like Amazon and Starbucks and all that aren't being taxed properly in the UK. They've 8 billion in sales, but they've somehow made a loss. Like, come on. They need to start worrying about those guys as well before they start worrying about some guy who's got $10,000 in Bitcoin. They need to start worrying about those guys so it's consistent, but it's not going to happen, obviously. But as far as the USA taxation goes, my brother's wife's American. So my brother was at, after he did his PhD, he went to Notre Dame. And so he was at Notre Dame for 2 years doing his postdoc. And he wanted to work in America. You know, his wife was American. His girl and fiance at the time was American. They're still married. And he wanted to actually work in America or study in America, you know, continue working at a university. But the way he said it was that basically after 2 years, because he was there and he was getting 0% tax at the time or something, if he had to stay, they were going to back tax him for the time he was there previously. So it was like, for the first year, he was going to get hit with tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars of tax or something. I can't remember what he said, but he said years later that in hindsight, maybe he should have just paid it, because over the long haul, it would have made more. But at the time, it was like financially, it's like I couldn't financially stay. Because they were going to cripple me. Within the first year of me, they were going to back tax me all this, and I've been struggling to live. So he decided to go back to the UK. Colonel Jim, that old man always gets screwed. Just remember all the benefit sheet adverts and think of how many t-shirts. Well, I mean, in the UK as well, you've got like the politicians are doing it as well. Like David Cameron was coming out, he was criticising all these people that were dodging tax, despite the fact he's in a government which actually sets the rules. And then it found out that he was dodging tax as well, with his inheritance and all this. They're all at it. It's one rule for them, another rule for everyone else. Isn't that illegal for him to do that? Hi Naraji, talking about what I said about my brother. Basically, the way it was, he never did anything illegal. It was basically, he got the 2 years it was staying there, it was like tax free. That was part of the package. But it was something to do with, I think it was like the first, I can't remember what it was, but it was something like the first year, the second year, or the first 2 years, they were going to back tax him as if the previous 2 years should have been taxed or something. Or he could go home and not pay any tax. And he's like, well, I'm going to save myself tens of thousands of dollars by going home. Barry got a letter in the post yesterday from CenturyLink, cloud mining US company. They gave me 150 credit on the new account. I used up the credit, and now they are charging me $17 tax. That's messed up. They're going to extradite him if a lot of people want to inquire into the government about it. It's true. I used to be a lawyer there. Extradite who? My brother? No, everything he did was 100% legal. He never left under any dodgy circumstances. He was there legally hired by the university. But anyway, the whole point of that was that the taxation laws in America are a little bit quite tough. No, I was actually talking about my brother. No chance they will get it from Ireland. What people forget is unemployed people pay tax on almost every purchase they make. And I'm a smoker and I pay crap load of tax. I remember seeing a thing about, it was a socialist talking about basically the way that it works in the UK as far as giving tax incentives to the rich. I'm currently mining Safecoin, J-Dog. So this is a coin I'm currently mining. That's the coin I'm currently mining. It's not well, it actually got added to an exchange. It was weird. They're planning on launching this on an exchange. I think it's a week from now. But someone actually went into Bitcoin Talk. A brand new exchange with zero volume just added the coin without even asking, which is bizarre. But that exchange has got like zero volume. So by all accounts, it's not on an exchange yet. But it's an Equihash coin. And I've been mining it for like 2 weeks now, I think. So the block reward is going to half in like 3 weeks. But I suspect the hash rate is going to increase in the next week or two. So the number of coins is going to go down, that you get from mining is going to go down every day. Yeah, I covered that in the video. Last week. They'd left in the information about notary nodes, and the Komodo developers attacked them using it. They exploited it rather than fixing it, helping them fix it at the time. But I quite like it. To be honest, I talked about this the other day. I said, or I was talking about loyalty and delusion, but I've been hanging out in the Discord group of Safecoin because they released a new wallet. They rolled back everyone's money, and to give back the money that Komodo developers stopped us from getting. And I must admit, talking with the developers and all that, seeing how hard they work to get all that sorted, and seeing what their plans are for the future, I'm pretty bullish on Safecoin now. I think it's a good project. You can't deny the fact that they were screwed over by the Komodo guys, and it's never encouraging to see that. But I'm quite quietly confident about this coin. I like the guy, the developers behind it, the main guy and the other guys. I'm quite I'm quite happy about the way that they're handling things. And I've talked about this before. Yes, it's never good for any coin to be hacked or to have a bad PR thing and all that kind of thing, or anything negative happening. But a lot of the time it is how they react to it and how they respond to it. And I've been pretty impressed. They've rolled out new wallets. They've rolled back and given everybody back their money. So, yeah. Can I stream the Verge prices live and do an analysis? I mean, I can look live at the price, but what kind of analysis are you looking for? I mean, the price is going down by the looks of it. You can see it just dropped a little bit from the last time I refreshed the page. I don't know what kind of analysis you want me to do, though. It's definitely not a scam, but obviously there's no guarantee on how much a coin will launch at. But my suspicion is, I mean, I could be way off the mark here. I could be way off the mark. Way off the mark. But my suspicion is, within the first 2-3 months, I think this would be a $1 to $5 coin. I think. I could be wrong. But I think it has the potential to be much more, because they're doing a lot of things, like they're going to be removing the entry system, and they're looking at master nodes and all these other things that would increase the price and encourage more people to buy the coin. And the fact that the block reward is going down and the difficulty will go up, it means that it'll be harder to mine the coin, so the coins you have will be worth much more, which means the price of the coin will go up. But, you know, things never work out the way that you think they will. But I think if you look at Komodo's price, if you look at other Equihash coin prices, if you look at the max supply of the coin and all that, I'm quietly confident. But, you know, I mean, again, this comes down to the risk. You know, I accumulated some Raven coins, and I accumulated some Safecoin. I've got a couple of Bitcoin private as well. And it's one of those things, all I really need, you know, if I keep doing this with different coins, all I really need is one of these coins to do well, and it pays for all the hardware. It, you know, gives me some more money to kind of do trading and all these other things. So, yeah. But you need to pick your battles. I don't think there's any right or wrong. You can only look at what's right and what's wrong to mine in hindsight when you've got the information in front of you of what coins mooned and which didn't. Go on XVG UK Trading View and zoom in since the spike. Whoa, you're very demanding, aren't you? I'll check that just now. Do I use OBS? Yes, I do, Barry. That's what I'm using just now. And if I do that, then I do this. You can see that's what's happening just now. I'm getting some inception going on there. Yeah, that's what I use. The thing is, when I bought all my graphics cards and I bought my motherboards and all this, I got lots of free software. Like, you know, when you buy a motherboard or when you buy a graphics card, it's like you get this software and you get this free software. So I bought, you know, obviously I spent like, I don't know, it was like 13 grand on equipment. So I must have got like lots of different copies of like recording software. But because I've just been using OBS and it's free and it's what I'm used to using, then I've just continued using it. But there is other professional software out there. But what I would say is there is advantages to using something like OBS because it's free. More people use it. So when you run into any kind of problem or you're trying to do something different, you'll find more answers for it. So that's why I'm using that. So I'll check out XVG Trading View, UK Trading View. Right. I'll do this for you, Niraj. Alright, I'll see if I can find this. What's the URL for it, Niraj? Where would I get it from? From this homepage, where would I find... this isn't a website I use a lot myself. Where would I find the Verge graph that you want me to look at? Let me know. Will I be streaming from my Hawaii beachfront home in a few months? Yes, I plan to. And I will have all the Playboy playmates behind me. Exactly before the good news and sell before the bad news. which safe coin mining pool are you using? I'm setting it up in one of my systems. Right. So okay, so for the benefit of Joseph, I'm using pool.miningspeed.com. I did a video about this the other week. And you can see here, I just go down to SafeCoin. So I'm mainly using that for all my rigs, but I'm also using Equipool. I've downloaded the Equipool miner, and what I've been doing is when I'm on my laptop, or sometimes I've been using my CPU because the difficulty was quite low. I've just left Equipool miner on using my CPU. I don't get a big hash rate of that, but I thought, you know what, if there's a few extra coins, I'll give it a try. So I've been mining an Equipool just for my CPU and for my laptop GPU when I've been using my laptop. But mining speed was down one day when they were upgrading the server, and when they upgraded the server overnight, I probably could have switched back quicker, but I just switched to Equipool. So I've got those two pools set up, and I've been switching between those two, but I'm mainly using mining speed. Hopefully you find that helpful. Yeah, OBS is good. It's not as flashy as a lot of the other ones, but it works. Generally uses a little bit less resources. Barry, I emailed you a few weeks back about OBS. You should chat with me sometime when you're not streaming. I'll help you get the price to coin you're mining on your live stream for the viewers. I'll just see if I can remember that email that we had, Barry. I get a cute, like, I'm not trying to big myself up, but because I've got a blog and I got a lot of people, spammers, but also a lot of advertising inquiries, you know, some days if I'm busy, I can get like a dozen or so emails. Legitimate ones, not spam emails, like people actually ask me to work with me or a review or whatever. So alright, yeah, I remember you sent an email. Alright, that's cool. I was actually thinking about yeah, I've replied to you. I was just checking that I did reply to you. I was actually thinking, like, I should really do a live stream on my other. I was thinking about I was going to do a little video about this on this channel to say, why don't I schedule a live stream on my other channel? My other channel focuses on technology and equipment and things like that, so it would be more appropriate for that channel. But the idea would be that if anyone has got any questions about OBS or microphones or anything, then I would just do a live stream for a couple of hours, and I'll try and rattle through most of the kind of common questions and answers. I know I could do separate videos and all that, but if there's anything you're unsure of, feel free to ask it there. Obviously, you know, the main focus of this one is crypto, but if there's anything that you want me to kind of explain, just, you know, shout out, and I'll do my best to answer you. No problem, Joseph. Anytime. I'm happy to share information like that. You know, mining. I'm not going to like hide that kind of information. Plus, what I recommend doing is go to the Discord group for SafeCoin. So where is it? There. So Joseph, if you're still watching, see if you've got any questions about how to mine this. Go to the Discord group there. There's a Discord group for mining pool as well. If you're having trouble getting set up. But if there's anything particular that you can't, you know, get connected to the pool or anything, let me know. I can check my awesome miner settings when I'm live on just now, and I can double check them with yours, with your settings, and then we can make sure you're connected. I live stream the biggest pool matches in Ireland. Lots of tips to give to you. Oh, okay, that's cool. What, as far as the setup, Barry? As far as streaming? Is Verge serious with that video? Hi, keep it crypto. Let me find that email you sent me. So see the setups and behind the scenes. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, like I'd be happy to talk to you about that kind of stuff. Yeah, or feel free to just post it here. Do you know what I mean? Just from a time perspective, obviously my time sometimes I don't have as much time to devote to the video side of things as I want. Like tomorrow, I've got to do a review for my blog, so you know I won't be able to do videos. I won't be able to do videos during the day. At 2 minutes. Well, how do you do that, Barry? How was the best way to do a recap? Is there software to do that? Because YouTube doesn't make it easy. My tips so you save you time. Yeah, but I explained it to you, that email you sent me. As far as how to do it. Like, I can see the email I sent to you, because I said that basically the size of the file that it would save from a live stream for me, because my streams are sometimes 3 or 4 hours long, it would be too huge. It's one of those things. So there is a solution. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, you never replied. Yeah, you never replied. No, I'm just looking at the emails here and I saw you never replied. It's what it. I was talking to, who was I talking to? Paid Through Limited. I was talking to him on Discord. He was on the live stream last time. And he was asking about Skype. Now that's something I haven't really figured out myself, as far as what is going on there. Let me see. So I know how to Skype, obviously. I know how to. It's fairly easy to actually record Skype through OBS. It's not that difficult. But Skyping and recording the Skype during a live stream is something I've not did yet. Simply because when I used to use Google Hangouts, and Google Hangouts was brilliant, absolutely amazing. I loved it, because all you do is you just do a live stream. You can invite people into the live stream, and it's live. People can comment. You can have multiple people talking in the one stream. Like if a few of you guys wanted to join me in Google Hangouts, we could all do it. And at the end, it was all published to your YouTube channel automatically. And for whatever reason, Google stopped it. This is one of my biggest annoyances with Google. They start projects and they never keep to them. They develop so many projects, and some of them are actually pretty good, and then they just drop them. They never continue with their projects. What they did with Google Hangouts was they've basically changed it to just like a video calling app. Before it wasn't. Before, Google Hangouts was this like integrated option where everyone was doing live streams through Google Hangouts, but they've changed it. How fast a connection do you need for all this streaming? I've never seen your streams ever glitch or fail. Basically, I've got a 400 meg download, but it's not the download you have to worry about. I've got a 20 meg upload, but it's not always 20 meg. This is the thing. It's not always 20 meg because, well, ISPs are scumbags. I upload about 10 meg. So I'm uploading. I'll show you. I'll see if I can show you this, guys. Let me see. Let me see. Where are we? Right. Now, I don't know if you can see down here. I know it's kind of Inception style here. See down the bottom here? That shows you what I'm uploading at. So that's like 7.5 megabyte per second. 7,500 kilobyte per second. But I've got it set 10,000, but it will go up and down. When that isn't green, that's when I need to worry. But I'm uploading at 60 frames per second. You can see I've been live for an hour and 4 minutes. But that was up at 9,000 just a minute ago. But it kind of goes up and down depending on what I'm recording. It's actually, if I show my webcam here, see how it's jumped up there? So it jumped up from 7,500. It's up to 9,300. I'll drop down, take it away, and it's less because a screenshot isn't going to take up as much. But when I go back to a webcam like this now, it's going to jump up. It's now at 10,000 again. It's over 10,000 now, which you guys can't see, but it is. It's over 10,000 now. So when I was just showing the screen like a desktop, it doesn't require as much bandwidth. But right now I'm at 10,200, so 10.2 megabyte per second upload. But that's with Virgin in the UK. I've got like the gamer connection. As I said, guys, like if any of you guys are looking to start a YouTube channel about cryptocurrency or about anything else, I could do a live stream in the other channel and all that. You know, obviously direct support as far as emailing every day is, you know, because I've got so many other things on my plate, it's difficult. But a live stream is something I could do, and I could, you know, answer any questions. I'm not an expert, obviously. You know, there's a lot of things I want to learn as well, but hopefully I could point a lot of you in the right direction if you wanted to have your own channel. Have any of you guys actually thought about doing that? About having your own YouTube channel? About crypto? All you need is your phone. That's all you need. You just need your phone, guys. I know it's not for everyone, but I'm sure there's some of you guys out there that would be, you know, like to give your view on a subject. Mincoin.ninja. Ah, cool. So what's your plans, Barry? You going to do a cryptocurrency channel? I think 5. I don't know if is there a funny way you're supposed to answer that when someone says how much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Yeah, that's good, Barry. That's good. Well, you've kind of got a step ahead because you've got a YouTube channel already. So you're kind of would. Yeah, I didn't even notice that first time you did. Yeah, Barry, you kind of got you've kind of got a step ahead of some other people because you've got experience with YouTube. I think that's obviously helped me a little bit as well with this channel because I've, you know, been learning with the other channel. All right, cool. Well, let me know when you get started. If I'm on a live stream and you're there and you want people to check out your channel, I can, you know, show people your channel. So what I've not done today, I don't know where you guys get your news. I kind of gravitate towards Reddit. I've not really read the stories today though. Okay, Barry, cheers. I've not really been reading a lot of the stories today, but this is what Jim was talking about earlier when he was talking about Charlie Lee. You should start accepting Litecoin. Send me a message. Pornhub said, I thought you sold all your Litecoin. That is a tremendous response. Yeah, Matt, it did. Right now we're at it was going down. Yeah, it keeps going down. So sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to go to 1 day. So yeah, it's been dropping. So when was the announcement? Was it about here? I can't remember the exact time it was today. Ian Bellini's 2 million hack. I still don't know what's going on there as far as I think every scenario is stupid that, you know, whatever's happened there. You have hyped crypto on my show this Friday. You have a standing invite as well, Kev, as you know. Thanks, Russell. So what's I'll see if I can check out your channel. So try and get a link here. So for you guys, Russell, who's talking just now, this is his channel, the Russell Scott Show. You'll be able to see it just by clicking on his link. So what's it gonna? Is when is it? You're going to comment on? You're going to comment on cryptocurrency. You're going to do a video about cryptocurrency. Yeah, it's a big channel, isn't it? 21,000 subscribers. Pretty cool. I like it. Some of the thumbnails are pretty good. Oh, you got Al Snow in there. Brooklyn Brawler. J-Dog, can you see my question above? I was asking your thoughts on masternodes. Ah, sorry, I think I missed it, J-Dog. I must have missed it. Alright, I see there. Kev, do you have any masternodes and what's your thoughts on investing in these? I don't have any yet. But it's something I might do in the future. I think the so far, you know, I've seen a few of these masternode websites that I've seen a few of these masternode websites, and they list all the coins that support masternodes. The problem is, apart from Dash, most of the coins aren't very big coins. You know, they're not. There's a couple of them, but most of them aren't as popular as you'd want them to be. So I don't know. I think I'd want to pick a coin that I believed in. I know the starting point for a masternode, if it's a few thousand coins, you know, it could be as low as $40. You know, but I don't know. I think it would be a coin that was going to hold. Now, Safecoin, this week they were talking about they might do this in the future. And if I owned a lot of coins, a lot of safe coins, you know, having a masternode might make sense because I don't have to go out and buy coins. And if it's a coin I think might go up in the future, then it makes more sense to use masternodes to get, you know, a better return from the coins I already have. But I don't know. I've not looked into it too much, if I'm honest, so I don't have a big, strong or negative opinion on it. It's something I'd have to really mess around with it. I mean, I don't think I'd have any problems with it. And, you know, I've ran my own dedicated server and things like that, so I think it'd be okay from a hosting point of view. Jim, the partnership is already priced with the insane pump. It would have been dumped unless it was Amazon or PayPal. Yeah, and they were never going to use that coin, I don't think. Yeah, thumbnails isn't my strong point, Barry. I know that. I know thumbnails aren't my strong point. It's normally an afterthought. I do put text in my thumbnails, though. I don't know if you noticed that. I do put text in my thumbnails. Oh, that's great, Joseph. That's good. You've got it all set up. That's good. There is a mining speed pool on Discord as well, so if you get any problems with the pool, or if you're wondering why your stats are messed up or the difficulties went up or down or something, it's always a good place to check as well. Ah, okay, right. Oh, thanks, Russell. My other channel's actually I'm going to have to devote a little bit more attention. See, the reason I haven't I'm going to have to devote more attention to my other channel as well. The reason is I haven't been buying a lot of equipment recently. I still love my other channel as well. You know, I love cryptocurrency, but I love updating my other channel because it's all about technology and gaming and smartphones and things like that. So that's something I need to devote more time to the other channel as well. So that's my other channel, and you can see my other channel's actually got more subscribers. It certainly gets more traffic. So yeah, there's some of my thumbnails I've got text. Thumbnails aren't my strong suit. I've just kind of went with this kind of basic black and white text. The thing is, it's really annoying to do thumbnails. I really can't be bothered sometimes. So when I do it with my phone, I just pick whatever random picture. The problem is sometimes when you do it with your phone, it's always like you're doing this with your face. That's the thumbnail they give you as a suggestion. Is Asia awake now? Verge is dumped. Yeah, it does seem to be going down in price. How low can you go? Now you've said that, Russell, Dazcoin is going to moon to about $10. I still get abuse every day from people saying stop crapping on Dazcoin. You just don't understand how it works. I do honestly genuinely get people every single day posting abuse to me. You really don't want to mess. You don't want to mess with You don't want to mess with the Ponzi guys. Those guys are passionate. Right, with there. See the amount of spam. Just looking through my comments just now. See the amount of spam. Right, they're legit. They're legit. They're legit. I really do hate having to moderate comments, but there's so much spam that goes through YouTube that I hate it. Right. Just like the delusional video you did, you're bullish on crypto, so your other channel must not be as fun to you. No, I do like my other channel. One of the reasons is, for example, I've got things that I want to buy. Like I want to, like my other channel focuses on technology and gaming mainly, but I want to start reviewing more smartphones, and I want to review tablets, and I want to review, more electronics, cameras that I buy and things like that. But generally speaking, those are expensive purchases, and all the money that I've got just now has been going to crypto. So, yeah, when you spend all your money on crypto hardware and GPUs and all that, I didn't leave myself much of a budget to actually buy other equipment that I need, like filming equipment and stuff like that. But it will come in time. When I start buying more equipment, I might some days have to do more videos with the other channel. It's all good. It's all good. Just 19.02%. Matt saying it's after you watch porn, you go to sleep. How much lower will that course go? You'll be surprised. Get a part-time job in PC World. I think I'd go crazy if I worked in PC World. Have you arrow-eyed? No, I haven't. Not yet. It's not something I've been focused on either, though. Because technically I could break even on my graphics cards right now simply by selling them. Pretty much get most of my money back. It probably is the smart move to do right now, if I'm honest. But I want to keep mining, so I don't know. It allows you to text your camera stuff in your weekend. Well, I doubt they'll let me take it home and do an unboxing and let me take it out for a few days testing it. XVG coin, the coin of wankers. You turned your miners off for the time being. Do they, Barry? Or they let you test cameras over the weekend? Is that what you say there? They let you test the products? Oh, like if I could find someone that did that. Ideally what I want to do is, I want to, like, it's kind of like a snowball effect. When that channel gets to like 10, 15, I don't know what the mark will be, maybe 30,000 subscribers, I don't know. I will start getting companies from China want to send me. Like, I still get things sent to me. Like, this keyboard was sent to China for me, free of charge. A lot of the controllers that I have back there were sent free of charge. I've turned down a lot of equipment as well. I got offered a £200 Android system for my car because, quite frankly, it looked like an absolute pain in the ass to install. So it's one of those things, when you get more popular, you get more things sent to you free of charge. But for a tech channel, that's good. But long term, that's what I want to do. If I could make it full time on YouTube, I'd be very happy. Because, at the moment, I'm juggling a lot of other different things in the background, but I want to sell all the websites I've got. Crypto Rising. Why did you say you turned off your miners just now? Why did you turn them off? My local camera store is in, it's quite a big bit away actually. You don't really get dedicated camera stores anymore, really. It's more like big shops like Curry's. But the thing is, Barry, though, it just makes more sense just now just to do kind of news stories for the other website. And it just means I can focus more time on this channel. I will get money, and I still do have money that I could go out and invest. Crypto Rising, see if your mining return is lower than your electricity cost, I would sell your GPUs. I would definitely sell your GPUs. If it's too expensive electricity wise to mine right now, I would sell. Do the power companies ask why you're using so much power? No, they don't. To be honest, you'd be surprised at how much electricity a family home would use. People that have got kids and tablets and TVs playing 24/7 as well. How much watts all these big refrigerators and freezers and all that. So I don't think it's anything out of the ordinary. It'd be different if I had like 100 GPUs or 200 or something like that. I've got 30. So it's not too bad. I mean, what do you think, guys? I think if you have to turn off your mining because of electricity costs, I would sell your GPUs. I think that's the point. If you aren't mining because you think the returns are low and the electricity is too high, I would sell the GPUs. I really would. Unless you think, you know, that your electricity situation is going to change. But all your GPUs doing are depreciating. No, I've not had anyone round. Buy a wind turbine or buy solar panels. Keep one GPU for mining. That's always an option as well. I mean, I talked about this. I was talking about this with my friend today. About how selling is a legitimate strategy, but the only way I would sell just now is if you sold them and then bought Bitcoin with the money, you know, that you made. You could, if you found a coin with low difficulty, you could push a huge amount of mining power and accumulate a huge volume of coins. Warming my flat. Well, my house, I've got a 2-bedroom house, but basically I've not been using the heating as much because up the stairs is a nice temperature. But downstairs, I still need to put the heating on, or I need to put the fire on or something. Not solar in Scotland. Actually, at the back here, this side of the garden, the garden outside and all that, it's kind of like a sun trap during the day. But as far as how many hours of sunshine I have compared to someone in the South of England or France or Spain and all that, it will be much less. But it is becoming popular for a lot of new houses to have solar panels built in. Are they actually talking to you, Crypto Rising? Are they actually trying to negotiate a deal? If you've got a basement, Chris, you're obviously not in the UK or Europe. You will be in North America. That's one of the things that I don't know why we don't have basements. It's kind of a different system, I guess. In Europe, as far as basements go, it's not popular to have basements here. I would remember when I was over for my brothers, we was over in the USA to meet my brother's wife's family. I couldn't believe how big some of the basements were over there. Huge, absolutely huge. It's like having a 3-bedroom house underneath your 3-bedroom house. So big. 7.5% uplift. So, right, okay, right. Popular in Austria. I should have saw that one coming. Oh, that's definitely the best joke we've heard so far. We often split the houses so basements can be rented out. That makes sense. Yeah, it's I think the UK is one of the smallest living space in Europe. In Europe, I think our living space, like if you look at square meters that people live in the flats or the houses, it's one of the smallest in Europe, I think. Hi Jay, I'm good. How are you? Yeah, I think the UK, look, if you compare to houses abroad, a lot of people have bigger living spaces, especially in North America and all that. The problem with solar panel is that I think if you invest in solar panels, I think the break-even point, generally you don't get your money back for like, say, 10 years. But even with crypto, even if you're doing a lot of mining, you're still talking a few years. But you know, if I was building a mining farm as a business, I'd probably look into solar panels. But just now, I don't know. Ideally, I don't want to be in this house in a few years. I'd like to move. Honestly, I've been in this house too long. I really don't like it now. I honestly didn't want to be in this house that long. I bought it at the time because I wanted out my parents' house. You know, I was at the point I had to get out of the house. You know, I'd been travelling, then come back to my mum and dad's house. I was going insane. As much as I love them and they're pretty cool, I needed my own space, and I just bought this one without thinking long term. How many different mining rigs do you have between your 30 GPUs? I've got two 1080 Ti's, my main PC here, and then I've got 4 mining rigs. Of those 4 mining rigs, the bottom 3 are 8 1060s. So I've got 1060s, 8, so there's 24. 22, another 2 in the PC, that's 26. And then I've got another mining rig of 4 1080 Ti's at the top. So 8 1060s, 8 1060s, 8 1060s, 4 1080 Ti's, and then 2 1080 Ti's in the PC. I was going to actually launch my other thing, but the easiest way probably. There you go. There's my mining rigs. That saves me actually. That saves me actually bringing another camera out to show you that. It's just easier to spin the webcam round. And now that's sitting wobbly. That is sitting wobbly, isn't it? Ah, no. What's going on? I look different. I've got earphones over a hat. It's a new look. That's probably better, isn't it? That's better. Yeah, there is a difference between industrial prices, and it's also like a lot of the time, you know, industrial units you're maybe tied in for longer as far as your electricity. You know, you might be tied for 3 years instead of 1 year and things like that. It's not something I've looked into much, to be honest. Long term, you know, I think I'd always have GPUs for mining, but long term, if I could make enough money to then move into the trading side of things, I don't know. I'll see. I really need to learn more about NiceHash and, you know, kind of using that system to send hash power to a particular coin, a new coin. But like, I don't regret buying GPUs. It's the safest route in, I would think, and I still have hardware that I can sell. But it's just one of those things. You know, if I'd sold a couple of weeks ago, maybe I could have made a little bit more money from my cards. But over the last few weeks, I've accumulated a lot of Safecoin. You know, and that could end up paying for everything and making more money than all the other coins. So the longer I keep my cards, the longer I can mine speculative coins. And then the next speculative coin might be the coin that makes me a lot of money. Oh, is that right, Barry? 23 years now with solar. I'd still probably think about that more with my next house or something. Yeah, I've not had an ASIC machine, Jim, but the noise is apparently deafening. Push X3 has sold 5 of the 6 1080 Ti's. How much did you get for them? What model did you have? I used to rent out my rigs at miningreg.rentals.com. I kind of priced those one day. I was thinking about doing a video on mining rig rentals and a few other ones, just talking about cloud services. It's something I've got scheduled to do. I've not got around to it, but I can't believe, you know, the numbers don't seem to add up. As far as the return you get, it just doesn't seem to add up. If you put your investment directly into coins, how much more coins would I have? It's not a question I can answer, because I could have picked a coin that died and then I would have been left with nothing. You know? At this point, I haven't lost a huge amount on my hardware, I don't think, because the price of graphics cards went up. CC is still talking about Verge. So the price is just now Verge. What exchange are you looking at? It does seem to be down a little bit. 19%. I don't know how often this is updated. You could probably, I don't know what the volume is mostly. Is it Bittrex or what? Binance. 41% of Binance. A lot of people bought this and then they're selling after the news. That's what everyone keeps saying, isn't it? Buy the rumour, sell the news, or whatever. Have I got that back to front? I think that's the right way. If I had bought Bitcoin at the time, I would definitely have lost out, because Bitcoin at the time was $20,000. So, yeah. Buying coins, it's one of those things you can look back in hindsight and say, you know, I could have bought, for example, Z Classic at the time. Bought $10,000 worth of Z Classic when it was $2. It mooned to $200. I could have sold it all. But this isn't information that I knew then. I didn't know that information. The thing that I like about GPU mining as well is that, you know, if you've never done it before, it does force you to learn a lot more about the mining side of things, as far as investigating coins, as far as researching, as far as pools, as, you know, that kind of thing. But I guess in contrast, if I had just bought and traded coins, maybe I'd be a better trader right now if I spent more time trading. But I think for me, I'm glad I went down the hardware route. I'm glad I went down the GPU mining route as my entry point for cryptocurrency. I've still got a lot to go. I've still got a long way to go, guys. That's the thing, you know, I'll put my hands up. I'm going to look like a complete idiot in some of my videos when someone asks me a question. I'll put my hand up and just say I don't know something. And I think that's the best way to be. I think there's so much I need to learn, so much I want to learn. But every week, you know, I'm increasing my knowledge about, you know, things bit by bit. Whether it be setting up wallets or, you know, setting up mining pools or even just investigating the right coins to mine and what to look out for and all that. You do gain more experience over time, so I don't know. I don't regret buying the hardware. It's easy to look back in hindsight, but I don't regret buying the amount of cards that I did. I don't regret not selling. I'm happy with what's happened, and time will tell. Time will tell what happens. At the end of the day, as well, you know, the way I've got into this as well, thinking best way to put it, fuck it. Do you know what I mean? The way that I've looked at this is fuck it. I'm going to spend a lot of money on this. Win or lose, I'm in this for the next couple of years. I want to get in here. And the worst case scenario is I'm going to come out here with knowledge of cryptocurrency, more knowledge than I had before. And if I lose money in it, fine. But every time I lose money, it will hopefully be a lesson, you know, and it will save me more money later on. That's the way I kind of look at these things. But maybe I'm just being a bit too happy-lucky and kind of being positive on that. But the thing is, I got in a bull run, and then it was immediately a bear run like a month later. And I think a lot of people who are watching this channel were in the same position. So it's easy to kind of look at what you did and then think, oh, I should have done this and I should have done that. But you need to put these things into perspective. Aaron had some time wasters. Yeah, I think that's the best way to look at it. And the thing is, right, say I'd got into cryptocurrency 6 months before, I probably would have mined Ethereum. I probably would have mined at a very low price, at very low difficulty. And I'd be sitting here right now claiming to be a cryptocurrency genius. You know, it's one of those things. I talked about this the last time as well. I must be a genius by now. But I think, I don't know, like someone, like you'll see YouTubers and someone will say, oh, he did really well with this coin. He picked this coin out as if they were geniuses or as if they had really good insight. But what I'm trying to do, you know, if I change every 2-3 weeks to a different coin to mine, that's my strategy. But all it really takes is 1 or 2 coins to do well. And I could sit here at the end of the year, and if one of those coins does really, really well, I could make a lot of money. And I could come back and say, hey, I knew it would be like this. But the chances were I was just hedging my bets. That's what I was doing, hedging my bets. And I think that's a smart strategy. We talked about this before in the live stream, though. You know, a lot of you guys have said that you've got like 10 different coins. I know, like, Aaron just arrived there. He's got a lot of different coins as well. Aaron is watching. You've got an L3 Plus, don't you? So it's halving soonest, right? Yeah. So what Aaron's talking about is it the block reward? The block reward is going to halve soon. So the block reward will halve, which means that for the same amount of hash power, you're going to get half as many coins, which should mean that the price should go up in theory, shouldn't it? Because, you know, it's going to cost more to mine. And this is why a lot of people were saying that before, that Bitcoin is still overpriced, because it should really be, you know, with the difficulty levels, it should be about $3,000, $4,000. But I don't know, you know, whether that's how the market should go or not, I don't know. How many is too many? Are you talking about mining coins or just investments or both? Oh, that's good, Aaron. So Aaron has overclocked his L3 Plus Antminer, and he's now getting 614 mega hashes instead of 505. God, I bet you wish you did that before. You could have did that before and you know, jumped up 20%. Um, 02 Cash. 02 Cash is asking about Verge. Does he think it's a good price to get in? What do you think, guys? The price of Verge has been dropping since the announcement, but I'm. Well, I mean, it's still going down. It's one of those things, guys. You know, this could go right down to 6 cents or 5 cents or even 4 cents. We don't know. It could even go lower. But I do think that the news that it's going to be adopted by Pornhub as the first exclusive partner and all that is good news for the coin. So it could bounce back up. Adam is saying that he thinks it'll bounce back up, but I don't know. Jet, do I have a favourite coin? Not really. I'm not emotionally attached to any coin, if I'm honest. The coin I like is the coin that I hold and then moons, but I don't know. I mean, there's coins that I like the look of. There's other coins I've not invested in yet simply because, you know, I've got other coins, but I mean, I've been mining different coins, but really, what have I got? I've got Raven, I've got Safecoin now, I've got Bitcoin Private still, and I'm maybe in another week or two, I'll maybe switch from Safecoin to another coin, and I'm going to do research for another speculative coin, another coin that I think could do well. I'm spreading my wings, spreading my risk around. It's too hard to say. I think it could bounce. So Jim's saying it could bounce at 800. So it's sitting right now at 904 Satoshis. So it could go down to 800. Anything under 0.08. So anything under 8 cents, Aaron, you think it's a good buy? It's one of those things. I think it's hard to call right now, Chris. You know, you say it could be bad timing, but a little risky. It's hard to call it because it could equally go down to like 4 cents or shoot back up to 15 cents. It's a gamble at this point because it's really how the market reacts more than what information we're waiting on. Aaron's made quite a few calls recently. They've been good. OMG $8. Raw Top Shot, I'd wait until 4 PM tomorrow to make a purchase. Also, Aaron also said buy LSK at 750. 02 Cash, talk about Bitcoin Private. Is it true it's going to be added in Ledger or on next update? Apparently that's true. I saw a lot of screenshots and pictures on Twitter today, and it looks legit. And I think one of the Ledger developers, the Francio, I can't remember what the guy's name is. I'm sure he verified that as well, so I think it is going to be added to the next Ledger update, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think the partnership is good for the mass adoption of crypto. This is what we need, and this is why I was pleased with what Bitcoin Private were doing as well, because they've been working with retailers. How much longer BTCP hit? Bitcoin Private hit BTC? I don't know, actually. I don't know what's going on there in the background. It's something very weird, because they actually said it should have been there about 3-4 weeks ago, and hit BTC verified that. So I don't know. See if Walton Chain is worth mining. Is Walton Chain on what to mine or anything like that? We'll have a look there. It could raise the price of BTC. Matt, I don't know if Matt's still watching. Matt said earlier that Bitcoin Private will probably go, will be added later on as well. So I don't know if that's true, but you know, it looks like they're aiming for privacy coins, so it could be. I don't know if Walton Coin's here. I'll see if it's here. Walton Chain Mine. So as Walton Chain. So coming soon. That's a tease, isn't it? Why have a page with a calculator? It's not there yet. I can't. Do you know of a calculator there? You need to look at the Reddit. But I'm not going to have a calculator there or that. Is there a way? I don't know much about this coin as far as how the mining goes. Don't know anything about it. Yeah, there's definitely some parallels to be drawn on as far as Verge and Ripple, as far as them being centralized coins that have been adopted by big companies. It could be worth buying. You know, it's not like Verge is an expensive coin, so it could be worth a bet. You know, even if it's just $100 or something. Walton Chain. What's the good thing about Walton Chain? Why mining? What's with the small image? Mining reward program. How what is this? Can you tell me more about this? Do you know more about this? As far as, is this a CPU mineable coin? Or is it a GPU mineable coin? I don't know anything about it as far as the algo. I don't know what the algorithm is. I really don't know much. I've seen this, you know, spoke about in Twitter and things like that, but I haven't actually looked into it. Tell us more about it. Don't you remember getting caught with their fake Twitter giveaways? Oh yeah. Don't you remember them getting caught with their fake Twitter giveaways? Who's that, Jim? Who are you talking about there? Or is that Apollo? You reading about this Apollo ICO wallet is like NXT? No, I've not read about that. What's that? The Apollo ICO? Son M will be 10 times soon. It's below ICO right now and a sponsor of the Consensus 2018. Thank me in a month. Starts CPU mining but can already be mined by GPU. Twitter cock-up was epic. Really just about the worst marketing fail I've ever seen. I don't think I saw that. How, what was the mistake? Did they do a Twitter giveaway? Wallet chain scam. Right, I'll check that out. Thanks. I hadn't read this. That's the problem with crypto. There's so many news stories out there. Right, we'll see what we can find here. Wallet price. Is this it here? Wallet chain price plummets amidst accusations of rigged Valentine's. So it was a giveaway that they rigged, basically. Right, the cryptocurrency community. Oh, I actually linked to this website the other day, CryptoSlate. The cryptocurrency community is currently awash with accusations of fraud directed at supply chain, blockchain, wallet chain, orchestrating a fake tweet. Right, qualifying participants will be selected randomly by application to receive. Right. A fairly standard promotional scheme until one of the lucky winners took to Walton Chain's own Twitter account to celebrate their good fortune and sharing in the prize pool. Oh my god. Oh, this is brilliant. Can't believe I won. Thank you, Walton team. Keep doing the great work. Oh, that is so dodgy. That is so dodgy. That's brilliant. That's so good. That's well dodgy. Concerning one of our team members who is among the winners. Yeah. Basically, what this is basically there wasn't any giveaway. There was no giveaway. That's basically it, and they get caught. Scumbags. Goddamn scumbags. They should have... I mean, the thing is, they can try and put this out in a kind of PR response and all that, but what you're actually seeing is, you know... See when things like this happen, right? And you can knock them down and go, oh, it's not that serious. But what you're actually seeing is a little peek behind the curtain. And you're seeing this is how this team operates. This is how they work. And, you know, I don't think they weren't even giving away a lot, were they? To receive, like, so they've got 21. They've probably had lots of the, you know, 2.14 Walton chain. That's, yeah, scumbags. I missed that one, actually. I missed that one. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah, but this is the thing, though. It does kind of it illustrates, you know, it gives you a peek behind the curtain as to what the team's really like and all that. It was the same this week with a Hex coin. One of you guys actually posted me the response about it. see if I can find it. Yeah, it was, in fact, it was Di that posted it. Could you guys remember my video about Hex this week? I don't know if you saw it. What do you think about Apollo? I don't have an opinion about Apollo. Is Apollo an ICO thing? Is that another scam kind of thing? Yeah, I saw that, Aaron. Ramen noodles are now king in prison. It does show you the value of good, bad PR, but I think there's certain things that even if, you know, some things can be spun in a certain way, but other things, it kind of lets you see the real them sometimes. It's like, so then you guys see my video this week about Hexcoin. Now, I've got nothing against the guys of Hexcoin, right? But the price dropped this week. It plummeted after the high of last week. Now, they've launched a new website. And this guy, so basically this is the lead developer. No one knows it's like, I did a video about this all day, but I just thought I'd cover this because I've got a response I want to show you. And basically, the lead at 1 in the morning fired this guy, right? But he didn't know he was fired. He was actually saying, hey, is there something wrong with the Discord group? I can't get in. So he fired him without even letting him know. And then there was a few other developers here that were really upset about it and said, what are you doing? So they took to the Discord group to kind of, you know, broadcast the fact that this is what happened and support him, because he was the main guy giving support in the Discord group. He was doing all the PR route, the interviews on YouTube and stuff. And he gets sacked over like a daft argument at 1 in the morning. And some people supported him, and it divided the team. Now, one, that is very worrying. It's kind of like the situation with Walton Chain, because what it's doing is showing you, well, one, that is a totally unprofessional way to handle it. And also, I mean, all of that should be happening in the background, but it just shows you how divided that is. If you look at it, he did a response for it. As most of the Hex community know by now, there was a lot of FUD last night caused by the development team. This wasn't on purpose. It wasn't meant to affect the community like it did. However, it happened, and we'd like to apologise to everyone who's involved with Hexcoin. Because obviously people have bought the coin and they've lost money. You know, that's the thing. Their little argument at 1 in the morning has cost some people a lot of money. What happened? There's a conflict of interest between the lead developer and core team developer. This got out of hand extremely quickly and resulted in the core team developer to get kicked out at a moment of madness. Now, see, that to me isn't a good explanation. That's a moment of madness. That's almost like saying, oh, it wasn't me, it was the crazy guy. You know, it was me acting crazy. Like, he sacked his main developer, his lead PR guy, over a moment of madness. This to me, maybe I'm reading between the lines, but this suggests to me that the main developer, he is impulsive, he's irrational, perhaps childish, but at the very least, he is not someone who can lead a team. Now, this is just my thoughts on the issue. But now the thing is, you know, I was talking about this in the Discord group, and I was saying it's not good anyway you look at it. A few people were saying this guy is apparently a fantastic developer, like really, really good. But you have to recognize you could be the best coder in the world, but see if you can't work with people, then it's just you working on a coin. And a proper coin, like a cryptocurrency, needs to have more than one person working on it. This guy couldn't handle PR and, you know, the Discord group and all support and updates and all this himself. He needs a team. And if he's going to have a team, he needs to learn how to manage a team. And that means not sacking them without telling them at 1 in the morning over a daft argument. But, you know, maybe it's just a hiccup at the start. Maybe it's just because they're new. Whatever. But, again, it comes down to like what we saw with Walton Chain. When these things happen, what you're doing is getting a peek into what they're actually like in the background. And there's only so much you can spin something like this. You know, they get caught with their trousers down. But we'll see. Avoid any coins and tokens that offer giveaways and airdrops. Is that what the Apollo coin is? Walton Chain. Yes, I think of John Boy and Mary Ellen. There's an old reference. Is that the right tune? What's that? What's that the tune from? I was going to say that was the Waltons, but I don't know if that is the right tune. I think I'm off. I think I've got my TV sitcoms wrong. Should have bought Grosso 3 days ago. 0.25. Look at it now. Grosso. I've not heard of that. Grosso or Groesli coin. This coin here, it's up to $2. Wow. Wow. Look at that. Wow. So what was that because? Like, was there some major announcement? Sorry, I'm going to delete some of these tabs in case my browser starts playing funny. Excuse me. I'll see if I remember this website. The website doesn't seem to be loading. Yeah, that's a pretty major price jump. Look at that. Pretty much the exact same price for a long time and then jumps up. And now the website won't load. Dev007 is really Crypto Nick. That's it, man. Good night, John Boy. Do I have Ripple? No, I had about $60 at Ripple and then I sold it at a loss. I think I bought it at 80 cents and sold it like 50 cents. And I bought Bitcoin private, which went down in price, so that shows you how good a trader I am. So I do think though, see, to go back to what I was saying with Hexcoin, I mean, I think it's a coin with potential and all that. The lead developer does seem to be very good, but it just does illustrate, that whole thing does illustrate that, you know, you need to be able to manage a team. And I would argue that this guy, having been a fantastic developer, yes, that's all good, but I think it's more important to be a good manager if you're the leader. You know, it's good to have, you know, someone who can code and all that, but they also have to be a good leader. They also have to be a good manager. I think in that position, when you're managing all these different things that's going on with the coin, with PR, with support, with development, you have to be able to manage your team. And making such an irrational kind of decision like that is going to backfire. It doesn't matter how good a developer he is, that kind of thing will make the coin self-destruct. So it just goes to show you, like, when I looked at Komodo the other week as well, I remember the live stream, I don't know if any of you guys were watching the live stream the other week, and we looked at the comments from the Komodo founder, and I was just looking at the comments going, this guy is insane. Like, saying that if you don't give me my money back, like, he stole the coins, or they mined the coins using the legal rules at the time, whatever, but he said, if you roll it back, I'm going to lose my coins. If you do that, you're going to make me an enemy, and I will attack you again. And just like, this is the founder of a major cryptocurrency. Why is he acting like this? Why is he acting like a 5-year-old? It's no, I'm not saying it's crap. I mean, it's one of those things, you know, the lead developer could be a very nice guy and he just made a mistake and it was just irrational. But you have to look at how these things are perceived by investors, you know, and especially for a new coin, because a new coin such as Hexcoin is not priced according to its adoption. It's priced according to speculation, like, you know, how it's going to be adopted, is potential and all that. Frank, Raven coin is king. No, Raven's actually been doing pretty well, pretty badly price wise. So this is that coin Aaron was talking about. It's actually loaded up. Why did this go up then? Was there a big news announcement? Next major development release. That's showing quite a lot of exchanges. Do you know why it went up? As far as Ravencoin goes, yeah, Ravencoin's actually been, Satoshi wise, has been dropping like a stone. Oh, it's been back up a little bit. Yeah, it was down like sub 400. Yeah, it was down sub 400 Satoshis. Back up to 429, but yeah, it's not been doing too well, really, has it? I think we'll have to do something for the folk who lost a lot. You talk about Hexcoin. Well, that's the thing, you know, if you bought Hexcoin and then overnight you lost $5,000 because this guy fired someone without even telling him, you'd be pretty pissed off. That's the thing. There's a reason why these things have to happen in the background. I mean, the issue here isn't the fact that he had an argument with a developer. It's the way he handled it rather than having a disagreement. There's going to be disagreements when you've got two people who are programmers and they disagree about how something should be taken forward. But at the same time, you know, as a founder, you should have the authority to say, I do appreciate your viewpoint, but this is the way we're going. So I don't know, maybe you don't know what's happening, but it doesn't look good. And it also doesn't look good that a lot of developers didn't agree with it and they took the side of the person being fired rather than the boss. Yeah, I don't know. Do you know, if Aaron's watching, let me know why that coin went up in price. I don't know why it went up in price. Oh, sorry, I just saw your comment there, Aaron. I don't think it got listed in Korea. Maybe reason. Right, okay. I didn't see that before. I still can't believe that we Walton Chain. That's hilarious. I don't know how I missed that. Yeah, I quite like that. This is quite a good website, actually, Crypto Slate. That Walton Chain thing, he sums out quite well there. Regardless of whether the competition was rigged or not, it's obvious that Walton Chain employees should have been precluded from entering the competition before the event. Of course, the fact that they're trying to say that, like, why would a staff member be allowed to enter it is ridiculous. That's insane. Someone must have got their ass kicked for that. Someone must have got their ass kicked for that. Like a major ass kicking for that. Alright, it just got listed in Hong Kong. Right. The Chinese market flooded it. Could be. Did you listen to the PGN coin Ask Me Anything audio? No, I didn't. What was it on? Was it on Reddit or something? Or I mean, I think Ravencoin is something that could be quiet. You know, it's going to be something that they'll be working on in the background over the rest of the year. But I haven't seen any kind of major news for it recently. But I'm happy with that. I'm happy for them, you know, even if this coin is, you know, still low in price. I'm happy for it to be developed slowly and they just kept, you know, working on things. In approximately 4 years, a block 2.1 million the halving will take place, and the Raven per block will drop from 5,000 to 2,500 Raven. How many days? Thank you, Walton Chain. Yeah, it's pretty funny, isn't it? It kind of highlights though, right? Because can you think of any other industry where there's a company, if you call a new cryptocurrency a company, or there's a company behind it, a company that's got millions and millions of dollars, and it's being ran like some sort of part-time kind of, like, just a pathetic, poorly run business. It's been run like a crazy sandwich shop or something. It's bizarre that some of these operations have like 6 people and they've got 10 million in the bank and they're making mistakes like this. It's just like, see, the thing is though, these kind of companies need to get their act together if they want to survive, because see, when the big businesses really start getting into cryptocurrency, they're really going to struggle to survive in it. You know what I mean? Because if you've got the chance of investing in a coin like that that's making mistakes like that, or a coin that's backed by Sony or Sega or Amazon or PayPal or whatever, You know, you're going to go with a tried and tested company. Well, the thing is, you're calling it securities. It's weird how, because every country is treating crypto in a different way, aren't they? Some are saying it's securities, assets. Some are saying it's not taxable. Some say it is taxable. Some say you should tax the trade. Some say you shouldn't. There doesn't seem to be a consensus yet as to what you should do. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to work it. I'm wondering, how does the Verge thing actually affect his definition if it's used as a currency? I don't know, actually. Yeah, because if it's used as a currency, then it should be taxed as one. Just watched the SEC hearing from 2 months ago. Was that the guy that came out and he was tweeting that, you know, he was standing up for crypto? Is trading crypto taxable in the UK? I don't know. There's no official. I mean, I'm just assuming that it's been, you know, if you're making money through it, you'll be taxed through it. But there doesn't seem to be any kind of, well, I don't think there's any kind of legal guidelines from it yet, as far as the tax office goes. Yeah, the leader of Verge seems to be pretty dodgy. Up to a certain amount, the UK can be written off as gambling wins. How much would that be, Jim? I didn't know that. Yeah, I don't know how they view stuff like that. I don't know. I remember the news at the time, Frank. I remember when that came out. I remember when it came out. I can't get the Walton's chain out of my head either now. So I think, well, what you're saying then, Frank, I think that's why McAfee got a little bit scared. I think that's why McAfee got scared. He actually said that. He did an interview saying that they'll be heavily regulated just now, and he's basically preemptively making sure that he's not going to get screwed for it. But I don't know if that undoes what he did before, where he was where he hadn't disclosed that he was taking money for tweets. But he'll move to a country where he won't get caught, so it doesn't matter. Raw Top Shot, HMRC says it's an asset, but MasterCard call it quasi-cash and charge a fee for buying it. See, there isn't any consistency, but I suppose it's HMRC that you need to worry about. What if you trade from the UK, trade in USA? Are you answerable to US tax laws? That's where it gets really confusing. Ravencoin-based tokens might be the solution for ICOs if they follow SEC regulations. Yeah, the Ravencoin thing, their asset system is quite interesting. I kind of looked at the white paper and I had a general idea of what was going on, but they gave a few examples of how it works, but I still don't have my head around it, if I'm honest. I'll need to see how they implement it later on. They give a few examples like gaming systems and things like that. Oh, an Amazon or eBay coin. Well, eBay. What payment system is eBay going to use now? Because they've removed PayPal as a primary payment system, haven't they? So I don't know. Are they not? There was another payment system they were going to adopt instead. But they own PayPal. They actually split from PayPal quite a few years ago now. I'll see if I can find it. eBay. It's quite a few years ago. Uh, 2015. The company is called Iden. So the coin that they're going to the coin. The payment system they're going to adopt. PayPal shares plunge after eBay splits with payment provider. Stop playing music. eBay will start working with global payment company Aiden to process its sales. Customers will have the option of using Aiden on its site or going off-site to pay via PayPal. So you can stay within eBay and pay using Aiden. I'll happily choose Aiden instead of PayPal. PayPal are scumbags. I've never had good support from them. Still a behemoth, obviously. Obviously still a massive company. Always with the regulations, you're right. We'll see what happens. I think PayPal will adopt their own currency. I reckon, you know, there might be companies like PayPal and things like that are just waiting for the okay from governments, and they're maybe just tweaking their system right now and testing things. They are good to go. They'll be working on this. Without a doubt, they'll be working on something. I don't think anyone can dispute the fact that cryptocurrency is going to be adopted. It's just when and how they do it. They're just trying to figure out how they tax it, how they regulate it, how they, you know, kind of track it. Yeah, I think Elon Musk was one of the founders of PayPal. Yeah, smart guy. It's scary. It's scary. See these kind of hyper successful guys. It's worrying actually. Following what they did. You know, these guys are like $1 million companies by they're 18, and then you look back like, what was I doing when I was 18? And it's just embarrassing. You know what I mean? It's like just getting in a pub, getting drunk with my friends, doing nothing productive. These guys are multi-millionaires when they're that age. It's ridiculous. But Knowledge is joking there, saying eBay, PayPal, Verge, Pornhub, the latter has the least amount of cocks and cunts. See, the thing is, you're 100% right. Like, see the irony is, right? See, if you go back to the internet in the 90s and all that, it was the adult websites that always were known as having spyware and all that. But now, from a safety point of view, I'm sure Pornhub is apparently one of the safest, and they've actually made safety a priority. Whereas there's lots of mainstream websites like, I don't know, CNBC. You can actually get viruses from AdSense ads. You know, there's companies that advertise through AdSense that have been putting spyware on people. And these companies aren't as safe as the porn website. It's crazy that we've kind of flipped it around. The thing is with PayPal though, the only problem I see with PayPal is that we all use PayPal because we had to. It was the main way to accept money via eBay. It was the main way to accept through a lot of other websites. They offered these payment, buttons and all that for website owners. But you know, if you look like if I receive $100, they'll take like $8 off, you know, for a fee just for receiving money. So say I receive $100 from my website. You know, someone sends me a payment. From the $100, I'll go down to like $92, and then I'll convert that to pounds. And when they do that, they basically, you know, they'll say it's free, but they'll knock off a few dollars in the exchange rate. So from $100, I'm getting knocked down to like $84, $85. So they're charging me like 14% for accepting payments. Now, I realise I would have to use a payment system that gives me some sort of protection if anyone wants their money back and refunds and all that kind of stuff. But they've basically stealthily been charging like 14, 15, whatever it is over the years with their poor exchange rates and their high fees for years. And will people do that, you know, when there's cryptocurrency? Why would you give 10% or more to a company like PayPal when you know the support's going to be terrible anyway? Why would you give it to them when there's so many alternatives? That's the main problem they're going to have, because they're not going to be able to charge as much money as they did, as they do right now. Aaron, it's embarrassing to think of what we're doing at 18. Yeah, that's very true. Remember that huge adult dating site hack a few years back? Oh, right, yeah, I remember that. It was in the news because it was like on like a swingers website or something, and then people had their identity, like they had it tracked. Jim, it's a great area, but you don't pay tax on gambling in UK. Kev, trading crypto is the best. Yeah, so imagine if you gamble in the UK, your winnings are your own, but anyone who does gambling as a profession would have to pay tax if you're a poker player or if you just bet the horses every day and you're a professional. I was lucky my details weren't compromised. At 18, you were fighting. You were in Iraq fighting for Dick Cheney and the defence contractors of destroying a country. It hurts thinking about it. You know, that's the sad thing. Yeah. I mean, it's still going on. It's still going on. It's a shame, you know, because most of the people that go over there fighting are doing it for good reasons for their country, but they're doing it for rich people to get richer. But there will be a cut-off date for any change in UK law. Right, okay. Right before the next, all-time high pump. Sounds about right. Did you see the guy that got sold a rig and got ripped off by PayPal? No, what happened? I know that PayPal say that they won't support any cryptocurrency transactions. Keeping the Bushies and Halliburton Carlyle Group in a sea of cash. The guy that bought it said that he did not receive it, so PayPal took the money, paid for it, and gave it back to the buyer. Yeah, that's the thing. I wouldn't sell. I wouldn't sell through PayPal. If I sold in the UK, there's a website called AV Forums. I would sell through that. But even at that, you know what? Someone could still be an a-hole and just say, "Oh, it's not working." My ex-girlfriend had that through eBay and PayPal. She sold her phone, and like 4 months later, the guy sent it back and said the light won't turn off. And basically, she sold it with a cracked screen and said, "Well, the screen's cracked. It's £10 to replace it. I can replace the screen at the local shop and sell it to you for an extra £10, or if you want, you can replace it." And the guy says, "No, I'll fix it myself. Don't worry." 4 months later, he sent it back and he'd fixed the screen. So can't remember if I told you a story, but basically sent it back, and I went like that, just pulled the thing down and just turned off. They had a setting, basically put the backlight on 100% of the time. And the guy, after sending it back 4 months later for a phone that was 100% fine, he just didn't know how to change the setting. He started to make a complaint because we didn't pay him back the money he paid to replace the screen. And then she sold it again on eBay to someone else, and they sent it back with a smashed screen and said it was smashed on delivery. And PayPal both times automatically take the money out of the account. And I said to her at the time, I was like, "Listen, just go to your local pawn shop and just get whatever you can get for it. It's not worth the hassle." So to get back to what Aaron was saying, right, the guy bought it, he said he did not receive it, so PayPal took the money, paid for it and gave it to the buyer. Even though the seller had tracking numbers on it, he said it was an empty box, even though it was weighed the same as shipped and he signed for it. How can he say it's an empty box when it's weighed? How is that even possible? Like, what protection are PayPal giving you then? If your box is weighed, actually weighed, or is he, like, he didn't even say there was a brick in it. AV Forums is much better than eBay, but still not perfect. I recently tried to sell some hi-fi speakers there and get tossed around by a few people. Ended up selling via Bumtree. Yeah. I think I had an idea, actually. If I was ever going to sell my cards, then what I could maybe do is just give them away. Give my cards away. Save me the hassle. Give them away in a competition with my channel or something like that. But I don't think I'm at that point yet, so don't get too excited. But I think it's just a hassle going through it all. There isn't like a legitimate website. That's like actually a good idea for a business. I think see if you had something like that in the UK where someone, you could take it in, or you could send them your graphics card and they could test it, make sure it's working okay, and they would offer you a price. But you know, what would you get for it? You know, where's the margin on it? You know, CEX, the time that you would for testing, you could be actually you could be mining. Yeah, that's the problem with PayPal. They always side with the buyers, even when the buyers are assholes. It's ridiculous, but you know, I actually, when I saw the news with eBay going with another company, I was very happy. You know what? I don't actually know. Actually, that's a good thing to check. Let's check some. Right, I can check eBay.com after this. I'm just curious as to what. Right, so I've got an A66 1080 Ti OC. £750 there. But what I should be looking for, sold listings, 0 results. So that's, is that, no, that's not mine. I've got the OC edition. There's the one I've got. That's the one I've got. It says brand new. That'd be dubious. Someone is selling it. Oh, it's sold actually. £780 and then £34 delivery. So that's over £800 I could get for my cards. I know this guy says new, but it wouldn't surprise me if that isn't new. It wouldn't surprise me. They do seem to be selling £820. That one's pre-owned and it's still sold. So you're talking I could get £780, £800 for them. But again, selling via eBay. You know, the thing is, what even if someone paid by cash or by check, are you not still screwed as a seller if the guy's an a-hole? How does it work? I'll see what it is there. Aces, 1080 Ti, Strix, so see. So this is the cards I've got. It's sold, right. $771 there. New other. See, I hate this in eBay. New other. No, that means second hand. That always says that. I've only had it 4 months. I've only had it a year. I've hardly used it. New other. It's not new. It is second hand. $950, 800. So my cards are actually still holding up well. I don't know what my 1060s and that go for either. This isn't something I've actually checked in a while as far as prices go. £200, yeah, I'd maybe a little bit less than 200 for my cards there. But why sell them? Why sell them? It did make me think about buying a rig or two. I cannot do that and live a good life. Yeah, I wouldn't do that to someone, even if I'd never have to see the person before. I'd never rip someone off like that. Just, I don't know how people do that. It's ridiculous. I don't know. Like, I think prices are coming down, but the problem is prices are, you know, cards are still scarce. But from my point of view, it's just, you know, I was like, I don't know if you've managed to mine Safecoin yet, Norris, but you know, if I mine it for a couple of weeks, that's another coin that could end up to be very profitable. You know, it's another few months before cards are coming out. I can mine another coin for 2-3 weeks and get a couple of thousand coins. I can mine another speculative coin, and I can end up with like 4 or 5 different coins with like 10,000 coins or something. And all I need is one of those coins to do well. I don't know. I just think holding seems to make the right sense for me just now as far as mining goes. For me, anyway, it's the least hassle as well because I just leave them doing what they were designed to do. I don't actually have to do anything. What I would say, see, are you still having problems with yeah. I did a video about this, knowledge. So see if you're having problems. Check. I've did a video about it, but see if you're having problems mining with Awesome Miner. Check out Equipool. Equipool.1ds.us. This is a good pool, a good alternative to mining speed. And they've got an application there. I've been using this for my CPU, but you basically just use your CPU or any GPU. Only work on one rig. You couldn't do multiple rigs. You know, link them up locally and that. But in your computer, you could set this up and you can mine Safecoin or you can mine any of these coins. They pretty much get every Equihash coin. I think they've actually removed Komodo after what they did. They removed them. They said they didn't agree with what they were doing when they were attacking Safecoin. But Safecoin is there somewhere. There it's there. 114 miners. So I reckon you've still got a couple of weeks before the block reward halves. So I reckon mine it for a week, even just a few days. Just get some coins so that you've got some there. So if it does do quite well, you've got a stake in the game, so to speak. Right, guys, I'm going to call it a night at that. It's nearly midnight. It's quite late in the UK. What I'm going to do next time, what I'm going to do next time, I'm going to follow your suggestion. I'm going to enable that DVR on the live stream. So the comments might appear at my end a couple of seconds later, but it means that you guys can rewind and you can, you know, if it's buffering or anything like that, you can watch the stream up to 4 hours. So hopefully that helps you the next time I live stream. So thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. Take it easy, Knowledge. Take it easy, Aaron, Cryptopi, everyone who has been taking part. Night Jet. Thanks to everyone who's watching. I'll try and do another stream at one point this week. No doubt we'll see some more madness in cryptocurrency this week. But until then, have a great time, guys. Thanks, Jim. I'll see you on Twitter. I keep saying Cryptopi. To everyone, yes. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll speak to you all very soon. Take care, and I'm out. Cheers, guys.